is some furious shit now. Oh my good lord.
They say one of the ultimate human strive of human aspiration is to leave behind a legacy. The idea of using all your energy and dedicating your life to an impactful creation. And I think this is what McLaren is all about. See, Bruce McLaren did not only achieve that, but he did it in just 7 years. In 1963, he went from starting his own racing team to winning Formula One Grand Prix and to dominating the Can-Am series. And even after he passed in 1970s in an accident, it seems as though his spirit still lives through the men and the cars that's created today. And even for more than half a decade right now, his name is so prominent that you can't mention Formula One without his name. You can't think of supercars without mentioning McLaren. And such is the legacy of Bruce McLaren. Now, this is my first ever experience getting behind the wheel of a McLaren, and it's the latest 720S. But you know what? I can really feel the spirit and essence in this car. And this is what I'd like to share in this vlog of Thomas Drives. In my point of view, Bruce McLaren's spirit is threefold. The mind of an engineer, the courage of an inventor, and number 3, the heart of a racer. And I feel those 3 elements are properly interpreted into the 720S, and it feels as though this is what Bruce McLaren himself would build. Twin turbocharged V8 engine with 720 PS output, and you guessed it, that's how they got the name of this car. Mid-engine, rear-wheel drive like a Formula One car. Speaking of which, this is a complete carbon fiber monocoque, which rivals in a similar price range do not provide. Now, being fully committed to the race car spirit, carbon ceramics come as standard in the front and also the rear. And this car is also loaded with tech. For example, adaptive damping that is controlled by computer, adjusting every millisecond to get the best damping and grip from the road. The result? Incredible grip with an unbelievable ride comfort for a race car. Despite all those tech, it retains something that all keen drivers would love: electro-hydraulic steering. The brains of an engineer, the courage of an inventor, and the heart of the racer, all coming together in this road-legal race car, the 720S.
So what do you think of the ride in that sense?
Yeah, like it's not far off from, let's say, my Spider,
Right.
which is more of a sports car than a supercar.
Yeah.
It's not far off.
Good.
That is more comfortable for me, but this is a little bit stiffer, but not something that would be like boom, like
Exactly.
would be jarring,
Exactly.
Yeah. I think it's because they developed this car in UK, and UK got really UK roads. I think that's the right word to use.
The B roads.
Very UK roads.
Yes, yes.
The first impression so far is that although it's a race, it's a track developed for the track, right? It's quite usable as a daily car.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not. I think this one's a bit of a all-rounder.
Yeah.
It's not so much track focused.
Like the LT lah.
The 765 will be track focused or is track focused.
I appreciate the brakes now.
Yes.
Oh, the front grip is not even. Wow, it's beautiful. It's so intuitive, the front grip.
Great. That's the function of the steering and the hydraulic.
Yeah, very intuitive. That's the first impression. Yeah, I think I'm starting to get what you say, that this is it's a race tech, a supercar tech, but for drivers, Yeah. Because all these things, it doesn't show up in the spec sheet, right? All this feeling, like how you feel when you drive,
Exactly.
the confidence you get.
Yes.
And it's so difficult to talk about the quality of a performance car.
Indeed.
By just looking at the spec sheet,
Indeed,
You
yes.
can look, the SF90 Stradale has X amount of power and this and that, but
Yes.
it's things like this, that makes a huge difference. I'm really in love with the steering wheel.
Okay.
And how the damping works with the steering wheel as well.
Yes.
So confident, with the front.
So everything has to work together, and
Yeah.
the engineers are amazing. They meld it all together, make it a complete driving experience, something that you will enjoy.
Oh yeah. Can definitely feel it. Alright.
Good.
So sport, because I like B roads,
You wanna do manual shifts?
Manual shifts, yeah.
Okay.
Right. Take
That's
over
it.
there.
So you're in charge of the gearbox now.
Oh wow! Wow, those shifts are rapid, man. Yeah, rapid. So the pops and crackles will stop when you go all the way to the track.
Well, sports gives you the most experience in terms of pops and crackles.
Ah.
So on the downshift,
Holy.
shift down one, hear the pop.
Oh yeah, yeah. What, the front end? Jesus.
Okay. Go. On the accelerator, just let the speed flow. That's it. Go. Brake. Hard. That's it.
Oh, the front end really is so, so confident. Alright, so now we're in track mode. We just did the last round with spots. Okay, even in the full track mode, it's bearable. I was expecting crashes. There's no crashing, you know. But again, you are reminded you are in a carbon monocoque and you can hear the engine, you know, the induction sound, everything, which I kind of like lah. If you're a petrol head like me, you like it, you know. Alright, let's wow, can immediately feel the no more pops and crackle.
On downshifts.
Yeah. Wow. Right, let's just go again. Jesus. Oh my god, the track mode is that is some furious shit though. Oh my lord. Oh. Wow. Oh my god. Yeah, you know, it's so significant every time you shift a different mode. The car just turns into a different animal suddenly. Oh. Yeah, that's you can really feel the engine opening up. The sport mode is still kind of holding the engine back a little bit. And I thought that was a lot. And then when you put on the track mode, oh, different. Okay. Now let's go back to the showroom. There's so much to be appreciated with how the car is tuned, and I always, when I review a car, I always try to appreciate what the engineers has done to tune and create a package for the driving experience. You know, so this car definitely is it's great at that. A class, triple A in that. My heart almost popped out. You know, it's thrilling. You know, it's thrilling. Not just the raw power, it's the way it delivers the power. It's so thrilling. Oh, there's so much confidence in this car, and I think that's the word lah. You can have all the power you want, but you don't have the confidence, right? You know, this car delivers that confidence. Wonder how it's like to drive this car on the track, man. Oh my god. Oh, mamma mia. Thank you for letting me experience this.
Yeah, most welcome.
It's such a treat, you know.
You want to see something
okay, cool. Let's
even
see
more
cool.
mind-blowing,
Yep.
but unfortunately we cannot experience it,
Yeah.
right? Unless
Right.
we're on track.
Alright, let's see.
But 9 possible combinations with regards to power and the damper settings.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's the engine and that's the dampers.
Yeah.
But what's interesting also is what we we have this thing under sports or at track, right?
This on. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have this variable drift control. Okay. And basically it allows us to hold on.
Choose how much you can, how
Correct.
much yaw you have.
The amount of yaw that you want,
Yeah.
or you need in order to drive a certain kind of track
Yeah.
for a given situation. Okay.
So
Okay. Hold on. What do I have to do? Okay. So now imagine this. Let's say we're on a track that's bumpy.
yeah.
And bumpy, but at the same time maybe wet.
Yeah.
So the amount of yaw you want is going to be less. So bumpy means softer suspension setting,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe wet.
Oh wow.
Okay. Now 32 settings here.
Oh.
Sorry, 16 settings in soft.
Okay.
And if we go into track, another 16 settings, firmer suspension, and again 16 different levels of settings. So it's very fine resolution. You could say you have 32 levels of resolution.
Jeez.
For your control.
Yeah, and I think this is not something just for fun, because we need this because, you know, even if you're a pro driver, there's a lot of power to handle.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So let's say you're on a nice flat, tight circuit.
Yeah.
You go into track.
Yeah.
Right, and maybe the amount of yaw, maybe about there.
Wow.
Right.
Jesus.
So if it were kind of bumpy on a tight circuit, then
When it's
you
wet,
probably
one less.
bring in there and in sports. So a lot that you can use, and I was trying this on track the other day. So useful, because if it were ESC totally on, as in full idiot mode.
Yeah, full idiot mode.
If the tail just comes out a little,
Spins out.
it will no spinning. It's really very safe.
Oh.
It's just that it will cut the engine. So you can't get on throttle and and get the engine to go.
I see.
It will cut.
I see.
And then you lose time waiting for the ESC to come off.
Jeez. Yeah. Okay.
So
okay.
that kind of
So it's
thing.
actually faster to use the variable drift control. Yeah.
Yes. Then it allows the tail to come out a little bit.
Yeah.
So assists with your rotation.
Nice. Beautiful. But the most impressive thing about this car is not the performance, the power, speed, or the carbon monocoque. It's really how his spirit continues to live on, even though after his passing. And I find that extremely inspiring.